You get home from an awesome day, and then you find out about another school shooting. Look, man, 10 years ago with Sandy Hook, everyone in this country that gives a shit thought, well, finally, we're going to try to figure this out. And then 10 years later, there's another school shooting. Nothing, I mean, literally nothing has changed. We got a major gun problem in America, but we're not going to do anything about it at all. At all. You know, it's funny. Like, one person gets the green apple splatters from a bad batch of spinach, and we shut it all down. That's why when you talk about mental illness in America, the collective we as a country, we're mentally ill because one bad bag of spinach and they shut it down. The authorities run to every supermarket that has that spinach and gets it off the shelves immediately. And then they start regulating the spinach industry so no one else gets the green apple splatters. So we're capable of doing stuff like that. But when it comes to guns, it scares the hell out of politicians, and they don't want to touch that crap. They don't want to touch it. But rest assured, if you get explosive diarrhea from a piece of broccoli, they will shut down the broccoli industry for a while until they can figure it all out. This is why I hate politics. I hate politicians. I hate politicians on both sides because they're not capable of taking on real issues in America and trying to figure them out. And they don't even go with the majority because whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, the majority of people in America want something to be done. Let's just put it that way. And they ignore the people. And yes, it is true, to be fair, that I think only 37% of Republicans want something to be done with the gun issue in America. And then overwhelmingly the Democrats, I think it's something like, I want to say 86% of Democrats want something to be done. And then I think the independents, see, I brush up on this stuff. The independents, I think it's 68% of the people want something done. So technically, the majority of Americans want something to be done, and the politicians ignore them. They stink. They can take their thoughts and prayers and shove it up their butts. They're explosive green apple splatter butts. I'm on Team Opie, but leave gun laws alone. Your private security you hire has a gun on him, and I also have a gun on me. So what you say is your hired men should, and I shouldn't. That's why you need to leave gun talk alone. That's just a dumb talking point. The fact is, I now own guns as well. So yes, I'm a bit hypocritical, but at this point in America, you just know they're not going to take on the gun issue. You need really smart people down there in Washington to try to figure it all out. And of course, the answer isn't to ban all guns or anything like that. I'm not stupid. The average person does not need an assault rifle. So it's just dumb to even talk about. Because like I said, when nothing was done after Sandy Hook, I'm like, okay, we're never going to figure this out. You know, our politicians, they're a bunch of wimps. They're scaredy cats. They don't know. They don't even want to try to figure it out. It's a mental it's a mental problem. We have a mental illness problem in America. There's not mental illness all over the world, where they have shootings all over the place. So they tried the violent video game thing, and then it's like, oh, wait a minute, this doesn't really work because there's violent video games all over the world, and these other countries don't have this happening at all. So then they focus on it's a mental illness problem in America, but there's mental illness all over the world too, you dummies. To ignore the fact that we have a major gun problem in America is so stupid and naive. So dumb. We absolutely have a problem. How we fix it, like I've said over and over and over again, I think it's too late to fix it. I really do. So I think the solution is to just arm every single American citizen. I think that's the only hope we have in America now. That is it, because our politicians failed us a long time ago. They failed us on so many things. There's a water crisis in Philly right now, where my in-laws are, and I love them because they're saying, well, the water's safe to drink until today at 3. Then we're not really sure. I wouldn't trust a politician to tell me my drinking water is safe. The story goes some brutal chemical is in the water supply right now in Philly, and it's affecting something like 1.2 million people. And the politicians down there, they're like, "Oh, you can drink the water." That's why that scene in Jaws is brilliant with the mayor trying to get everyone to go back in the water. That's our politics in America in I was going to say a nutshell, but in a one scene of a movie. That's what it is. None of these politicians want to tackle the big issues facing us. So they hope that there's not a huge disaster while they're in office. That's all it is. We got bridges that are close to falling down all over America. Our politicians know this. They're like, they say prayers every night to their Jesus, and they pray that the bridge doesn't fall down during their term. Let it be someone else's problem. They also know that there's really bad rotting lead pipes everywhere in America, but they ain't going to tackle that issue. Hell no. So you got this water issue in Philly, and you got the politicians basically saying, we think you could drink the water, but then after 3 today, we're not so sure. So for my people down in Philly, I know you're a smart bunch. Get some testing kits and test your water. Don't wait for some little news article before they give you an update on Joel Embiid's injury that you could drink the water or not. Don't trust anybody. Get a testing kit and make sure your water's okay. But they're hoarding water all over Philly right now. There's fist fights going on. People are yelling and screaming at each other as they try to get as much water from Sam's Club as possible. You know, when basic needs breaks down, you see what humans are capable of. And we're seeing that a little bit in Philly as people are fighting for water until they try to figure out what the hell's going on and how they're going to fix it. Oh, my God. It went into the Delaware River, right? Yes, it did. I don't have the little story in front of me, but if someone has it, if they can put it on the big screen, that'd be great. Just a quick little blurb about what's going on in Philly with the water. For real, I don't care if you're a Republican. I don't care if you're a Democrat. But I do care because I care about my fellow human beings. Don't trust a politician. Get out of here. Don't ever trust them. Jamie Marie D. What we know about the chemicals raising concern about Philly's drinking water. Officials named 3 chemicals that were involved in the spill. Butyl arcylate, ethyl arcylate, and methyl methacrylate. Why do they make the names of chemicals so complicated? I just said, I don't know. I think there's some bleach in the drinking water because I could say bleach. Those don't sound good. It was a pipe that broke, right? And they know these pipes are about to break all over the place, but the politicians are like, oh, man, we ain't fixing the pipes. Hopefully it'll help. It'll happen when the next dummy's in office.